So, you know what happens in June?
It's almost July.
WWDC?
That's right, the WWDC.
Oh my gosh, I'm such a fan. Like Hulk Hogan, Macho Man Randy Savage.
I know, it sounds like that, doesn't it?
doesn't.
The
It sounds-
WWE. The WWDC is the Worldwide Developers Conference.
Wow.
June 10th through the 14th. This is the big Apple event. In case you're wondering, I'm not going.
You're not?
I have gone in the past, and it is like the weirdest thing
Why is it
How
weird?
so?
because you have like 500 people who are obsessed with Apple. Okay. And the WWDC is when Apple announces all of their software upgrades. So that in the fall, they can come out with all the new hardware. Okay. And so it's like, somebody from Apple will stand up there and go like, and it has a screen. Everybody goes, yeah, wow, that's awesome.
Did you hear? It's a screen.
I know. And then it's like, actually, it was like that. Like, and the battery lasts 2 hours. Oh gosh. And I'm like, sitting there like going, you people are like so weird, so bizarre.
Just a bunch of Apple fanboys.
Yeah. So now they have, so it's going to be the new hardware and it's iOS 18.
Okay.
Okay. So it has a new home screen.
They've already announced all of it?
No, June is when they announce it all.
But
It's little
you know it
teases.
already.
It's just teasing.
There's
and I'm
no
like,
point to go.
I'm the digital goddess. I
Oh,
know
that's
these
true.
things ahead of time. You know, I mean, if you start thinking about it, I mean, you know, Apple is a very futuristic company.
Absolutely.
I mean, they are always ahead of the curve. Well, when they steal things from Samsung, I mean, you know, but they already have adjusted their prices for at least 50 years worth of inflation. I mean, it's incredible.
That's really good.
And on
That's
that
accurate.
It is. That's the problem. It's so true. It's like, you know, we wrote about this, like the $1 phone that Apple's sell or that Boost Mobile is selling on Amazon. And so it's like, here, you can get a brand new iPhone 15 for $1 on Amazon. People are like, yeah, this is amazing. Although when you add it all up, you're spending $2,500 for this phone that you could spend
For less.
Yeah, $700.
Wow.
Well, on that happy note, it's Kim Commando today. It's your Monday, Wednesday, Friday podcast about all things digital. And if you are listening on Tuesdays and Thursdays, just a heads up, on the audio podcast on Tuesdays and Thursdays, you're actually getting hour one of the Kim Commando show.
Bonus.
And because what we want to do is like, what we're doing is we're enticing you to say, the Kim Commando Today podcast is great, but the Kim Commando show is better.
She's not pulling punches today.
No, it's just not.
I'm just telling you.
It's just you can do both. You can listen to both.
Well, because the show is really caller driven. And
Yeah.
so that's where everybody like calls in with all their questions.
Yeah,
and
it's just a
problems.
totally different thing than this
Totally
podcast.
different vibe.
Yeah.
And there's more Kim Commando in that other show.
That's true. So if you hate me and Andrew,
Right.
tune in.
You have an alternate.
And I'm glad that you mentioned Andrew's name.
Why?
Because I got an email from somebody the other day that said, or a note, a post or whatever, that said they really like it when Adam's on the show.
Oh, Adam's great. Making a huge impact on the audience, I can tell.
And that's right. So the A team is here. Of course, we have
Andrew Babinski.
Adam and Allie,
Amber.
Allie.
Amber.
Amanda.
Amanda.
You look like an
No.
Amanda. You could pull it off.
I'm not Amanda.
All right.
I don't think so. So Andrew, what are you going to talk about?
I've witnessed and experienced the future, and I love it.
Dum 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 dum.
I'm hooked.
Are you really?
Yeah, I really am. I had 2 experiences with cars that drove themselves over the weekend.
You know, I'm relieved that you said that it was experiences with cars. I was afraid that there was an AI thing going on. That
His new AI wife.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Meet Bridget. She's in my phone.
Nice.
She's perfect.
And what do you got, Al?
Kids and social media. You've heard by now, Florida is trying to ban teenagers from using social media. So we'll talk about that and why.
And then, of course, Kim Commando today, you can watch us live Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, 11:30 a.m. Here's the deal. You can watch us wherever you are. I mean, like Facebook, Twitch,
Rumble,
Rumble,
X.
YouTube,
X,
everywhere.
everywhere.
And then comment. You
Yes.
can comment on the show. We have someone monitoring the comments this morning, and we're going to find the best ones. You know, not just the "Hey Kim, you're amazing" comments.
She'll
and
read
we'll,
those.
We'll read.
I love those.
Those are her favorite
It's
girls.
We'll
like,
read
you know,
them
it's
at
like
the
my
end.
daily positive affirmation. I said
Also-
that to Barry the other day. I'm like, Where's my daily positive affirmation? He's like, shut up and go to work. I'm like, okay.
Shut up and go.
Love.
Yes.
But don't forget to share the podcast. It's really helpful for us to keep this thing going. Just share it with someone that you know will like it. You like it. Someone else is going to like it. It's a great show. We have a good time. I heard there's another show that's better. But you can just share this one on whatever platform you're on. We really appreciate it.
Well, it's just that the other show, it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, almost 3-4 years now, right?
Exactly. Overnight success. It's on 500 radio stations. So, it won a whole bunch of awards.
That's all. It has a Hall of Fame broadcasting host.
Just that's it. Don't worry about it. It's
But
all
on this
good.
podcast, you get Adam,
Yeah, Adam.
And Amanda.
her.
Adam and Amanda.
All right, we're going to start with the 5 top things that you need to know what's happening about tech right now. Okay, did you hear about the SWAT team in St. Louis?
Oh, I heard about the one in Miami and Los Angeles. There was another one.
No, that was
There's
Pete.
always
Diddy.
another one.
You know what's interesting about that is that we were actually on a plane from Los Angeles to, because I had to get some more stitches taken out of my
Right.
eyeball. And Barry's like, he's such a flight nerd. And he's got some airplane app going. He's like, look, over Los Angeles, there are 3 home security, Department of Homeland Security
Oh, wow. He was
helicopters.
tracking 'em.
Yeah, Barry's tracking them. I'm like, anyway.
We found out where they were going.
Yes. Now, this is a SWAT team in St. Louis. So here's a family, couple of kids, mom and dad sitting there having dinner. And suddenly, boom, 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 open the door, It's the SWAT team. Okay, we understand there's hostages and thieves and burglar and prostitutes and everybody on the inside. Okay, carjackers. And the mom opens the door like, what? And they just storm into the house. Kids are petrified.
Of course.
As it turns out that there was a set of stolen AirPods outside their house that was linked to a carjacking.
What?
And so the SWAT team thought that the AirPods, this is where the carjackers lived. And so they just stormed into the house.
How did the AirPods get to the house? Did they just
Probably
carjackers
tossed 'em
chuck
out.
them
Yeah,
out
I
the
guess they
window?
would just,
Just tossed them out.
Yeah.
And so here's this poor family. So what do you think they're doing today?
Investing in Apple?
Talking to lawyers.
Yes, talking to lawyers. They are lawyering up right now as
Absolutely.
we speak.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
could have just knocked on the door and said,
Oh,
Hey.
Andrew.
quick question.
They don't do that.
Cute idea.
They don't. All right. So what's the worst thing you can do?
In life,
Yes.
murder.
That's a pretty good one.
Any of the commandments, breaking any
Yeah.
of all the 10 commandments.
Going to Google Play and searching for a free VPN.
Oh, that
Okay.
was the 11th commandment.
That's
Thou
it.
shalt not download free apps.
Okay, that is just the stupidest thing.
Why?
Because you go to Google Play and you're like, oh, I want a free VPN. Okay, all right, a VPN, that's where all your stuff goes through the VPN. Okay, so you're just giving away all your passwords and
Right.
everything else under the sun.
But they wouldn't do that. No
They-
reputable company that
No.
puts on Google Play. And Google certainly wouldn't allow these types of
No, because
businesses
they
to offer you
authenticate everything.
every single app.
Okay. Well, as it turns out, 15 of them were uncovered the other day for being dodgy for free VPNs. So just, you know what? Repeat after me.
Okay.
Thou shalt not get a free VPN.
Thou shalt not get a free VPN.
All right. Amazon says they have new ways to make money. Is that if you need a prescription, is that instead of you going to your local CVS, your Walgreens, your Rite Aid, whatever it may be, is that you just hop online and you say, oh, Amazon, free delivery because I'm a Prime member. And they're now doing same day delivery, which I think is pretty amazing. Same day delivery.
I can't even get
for-
it same day when I'm in the drive-through at Walgreens. So it is pretty amazing.
Please
It
come back
come
tomorrow.
from a hub to my house.
I know. I think that's really something, isn't it? I mean, because I need specialty stuff for since my transplant. I need a certain percentage steroid.
Okay.
And I need certain other drops and antibiotic drops and all this other stuff, And so if you think I'm hanging out in my makeup room just laying down, it's not that I'm taking a nap by any means. I'm just putting in eye drops.
Right.
That's all for
So
an hour
many eye
or two. No. But anyway, it takes a while. For they got to order it in, then they don't have it. So I think this is really something. I mean,
Is
I
it
don't know.
really going to be free for Prime members? Really
say.
free delivery?
That's what they
For
say.
now.
So
Okay.
same day delivery,
Yeah.
just Los Angeles and New York right now, and then they're rolling it out. Phoenix is on the list, I think 6 months from now. So you might want to check to see if it is available by you, but also prices. And if you haven't been using this Good RX, that is
It's great.
phenomenal. Have you used Good RX?
I don't have any prescriptions. Like,
Oh.
it's just when my kids
Good
have
on ya.
an ear infection or anything. I don't take any medicine.
Well, if next time
Next time you need medicine.
But even if it's a one-off, is it good enough to go to Good
Yeah.
Oh,
RX?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And they're not a sponsor, by the way. I wish they would be.
Yeah, they should be.
They
Good
should be.
RX. Reach out.
All right. So, viral video, latest one that's coming in at number 4, is that it tells kids that if they eat as little as 2 teaspoons of nutmeg,
Oh my gosh.
okay, that it can trigger mild euphoria.
Ooh, getting high off some
That
nutmeg.
lasts
Your
up
own
to
supply.
48 hours.
High off of grandma's supply, because that's who has nutmeg, is your grandmother.
Excuse me. I have at least 6 or 7 things of nutmeg.
You could be a
in my
grandmother
spice
in
rack.
9 months.
Why do you keep buying so many? Is the question.
It's not me. It's not me.
Okay.
Is Barry getting high on nutmeg? What's going on?
Maybe he should be. No, because every year around Christmas we have to buy a lot of cinnamon and a lot of nutmeg because we have at least 1 cup of eggnog.
So you buy a fresh one every year.
Yes.
Nice. Okay.
I mean,
Throw them away.
Right.
He'll
know.
never know. He'll never know.
you know what? I'm
Can't
so
worse
glad
than
he doesn't. I'm
nutmeg.
so glad he doesn't watch every week because I do because I say things here but I throw stuff away, and he never knows.
No.
He never knows. Only every once in a while. Okay, so like we had to join the Wall Street Journal wine club.
Oh, had to.
Yes. Okay.
That was the 12th commandment.
All right. So you get a book, and you're supposed to put like all the little like cards about the different wine inside the book.
Okay.
Okay. And I think this is like the stupidest thing. I mean, because you know what? The Wall Street Journal Wine Club, they send you like $12 bottles of wine. And they give you like this beautiful description like, oh, it's crisp and it's good for grilled cheese sandwiches and French fries and pasta and
This
pesto. Or,
pairs best with nutmeg.
exactly. Okay. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, you know what? This is stupid, this book. I mean, like, it's taking up space in the kitchen. And I don't like clutter. I mean, you've been to the house. I mean, you can definitely see like Barry's office, Kim's office.
Right.
Okay. Lots of shit, lots of stuff. Lots of stuff, hardly any stuff. Okay. And so I just threw away this book. Okay, this Wall Street Journal book. I'm like, he's never going to notice.
Did he notice?
He knew.
Like 2 weeks later, guess what comes in the mail?
Oh.
Wall Street Journal wine. With
Yeah,
the
where's
wine,
my book?
where's my book? And I'm like, I don't know.
Middle of a landfill?
Don't know where that is. And he said, oh, that damn housekeeper, she throws everything away.
Yes.
And I said,
Scapegoat.
you know what? I'll talk to her about that.
You're just throwing the housekeeper in. Good for you.
Yes.
Now you don't have to throw it away. You can just use her.
Okay, now finally, I was thinking about becoming a farmer.
I don't know if this is an actual sentence. What are
Why?
you going to grow?
Nutmeg.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
No.
You're just going to buy a farm.
I just think like being a farmer. Can I still have my nails?
Sure, it's all automated now anyway. It's
That's
all
it.
robots.
That's it. Okay, they had the World Agricultural Expo. We should
So
go
exciting.
next year.
That would probably be more fun than WWDC.
You're
and I'm not
probably
joking.
right. Yeah. Better
Okay,
people.
They have swarms of drones that can now shower fields with fertilizer,
Ooh.
get rid of all the bugs. Robots.
She's so excited.
Okay.
You know what's funny? It's anytime Jennifer, my girlfriend, says the word robot, she now says robot and just has a big smile on her face because of you.
Thanks, Jennifer. And that will pick berries using silicon hands.
Oh, wow.
Okay. But the best one is this: the laser weeder.
Sure. Can I get one for my house?
Yeah,
That's
I want the
absolutely.
laser weeder. Okay. It blasts these weeds into oblivion. Like that's what it does.
That's so cool.
I know. I want to be a farmer.
Well, yeah, no, but that's so cool.
It does sound cool.
I think
How
it'd
long
be
do you think
great.
you would last on a farm? To be honest, you give away your whole media tycoonery here and you go down for days?
4 days.
Oh,
She'd busy herself.
let me think
for
about
4
this.
days.
I mean, well, I think it'd be fun to get up early.
Mm-hmm.
Which you can do now.
I do. Okay. But, and to live in, nature. And I don't like processed foods.
Right.
Okay.
And I I like to have fun and listen to music, and I can turn up the beats.
All of this whole story was just for a stupid
That was all
joke.
for a turnip joke.
Just a
this whole thing.
stupid joke.
It's a great joke. You laughed.
I don't think I did.
No, he didn't.
Liar.
Someone did.
Thanks,
Arturo
Bob.
Torres probably laughed.
Arturo Torres, he's laughing right.
That Kim Commando is so funny.
It's not great. It's not great.
Hey, it's Kim Commando today. It's your podcast about all things digital. This is not the Kim Commando Show, by the way. The Kim Commando Show is just Kim Commando. Kim Commando today is Kim Commando and Adam.
And Amanda.
And Amanda, the A-team. No, Andrew and Allie. Hey, just a quick note is that I'm giving away a $500 Amazon gift card, and I want to give it to you, not to you.
Yeah, you're talking to the camera.
I want to give it to you.
Oh,
That's right,
whatever.
to you. And, you can use that $500 to buy anything. I mean, you could buy yourself, I don't know, a Chromebook. You can buy yourself some great lotions and potions.
55-gallon drum of nutmeg.
You could buy me a gift and send it to me.
She loves Hey Dudes. Where's a size 9?
Oh, my God. I returned them.
You could buy Barry a new wine book that
The Wall
Kim
Street Journal.
chucked.
I did not. Chuck Christie did that.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot.
Just wanted to let you know. Let's make that clear right
Poor
now.
Christy.
We have a great address, winfromkim.com. Once again, that's winfromkim.com. Go there, and you can enter to win that $500 gift card. Okay, what's the catch? The catch is that you have to get at least one edition of our newsletter, just one issue, one day of our newsletter. You're going to love it. Easy to unsubscribe, just one click to unsubscribe. You're not going to want to do that because you know what happens.
What happens?
Bad things.
Bad things happen?
Yes, if you unsubscribe.
You're
you-
uninformed.
And you download a free VPN app that's actually malware.
And you're like, oh, this is great. I got a free VPN. This is wonderful.
You talk like that if you unsubscribe from the newsletter.
They do.
That's the biggest problem.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You will be uneducated. Okay. So, what do you got for us?
So on Friday, I was going to go leave for Vegas.
Correct.
So I host a show on iHeartMedia, the Best of Friends show on KZ, and I had to go get here from there, and I was going to get an Uber, but then I was like, no, let me go ahead and get one of them fancy schmancy Waymos.
Waymo.
Way cheaper because
How much cheaper?
well, I say way, but if you think of percentage-wise,
Okay.
it was going to be $19.50 for the ride on Uber. It was $18 for the ride on Waymo, but no tip.
No tip because
Oh,
the
I don't have
robot.
to tip anybody.
All right. So, it's probably on Uber's like $23 then.
Yeah, 23, 24 bucks with the tip. So there's a difference there. The car pulls up and it didn't know really how to navigate to turn around to get me. So that was kind of uncomfortable to watch. There was a scene. Everybody was looking at this self-driving car. But once I got in, I wasn't nervous.
Did you sit in the front seat or the back seat?
I sat in the back seat.
Do
and
they have the front seat up really high? Like
No.
you're not supposed to sit in it, or you can?
You absolutely can. You can
Okay.
sit in all four. It will hold 5 passengers. It has 5 seatbelts. You're allowed to sit in the driver's seat.
You are?
Yes.
That's totally where I would
That's
sit.
where I would sit too.
Why?
I'd be fake driving.
I wanted to be chauffeured. There is a rule. You can't touch the steering wheel. You can't touch the pedals. So if you are in the
That's why I
driver's
fake
seat,
drive.
you can't. Oh. Apologize. I forgot you're miming over there. So we get in, and it goes through all the rules, everything that you have to do when you're in the car. Not much. If you're pregnant or if you're a child, these are like special. I don't know why pregnant women, it would be different. I didn't look at the rules, why it's different for pregnant women.
Be belly related.
Yeah.
I don't know why. But then it just went off. And it only takes side streets. It doesn't get on the freeway. Normally, if I was driving here, I would just zoom up the freeway to get here. And it was changing its course real time. It was showing me the changes it was making. Ended up saving 5 minutes by the time that we got here.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Also, it is the nicest driver on the road.
Really?
Lets everyone over.
Oh.
Always uses its turn signal. We were coming down Indian School, and it wanted to get over, and it turned on the blinker. I'm like, okay, we're going to get over. I was, first of all, mesmerized by this whole thing. It's so cool. And this truck behind us decided to speed up and pass. I thought logic would tell me that it would just turn off its blink or leave the blinker on until it's ready to get over. No, it turns off the blinker, waited for the truck to get past, turned back on the blinker, and got over. One of the best drivers I've ever
Better than
been
you.
with. Much better than me. The only thing, it did drive me off to the wrong location.
How wrong?
The store, the building next door to us.
The hair salon?
Yes.
Okay.
But then it's
Definitely did not notice who was in the car.
Yeah, there's no cameras. Oh, they do say that they are using the cameras for training purposes, but that you're not being recorded. So you can go ahead and sing to the top of your lungs because it's not audio recording you on your ride. That was a nice little thing because I would expect the whole thing would be recorded,
I
but
would
it's
think
not.
so, yeah.
It did send me walking directions once it dropped me off at the wrong building.
Excellent.
On how to get here. I don't know why I didn't like your parking lot here. I don't know why it determined the building next door was a better decision, but that's what it did.
Maybe it thought the employee parking lot was the
Oh, the gated parking lot?
because
That's
maybe
possible.
it sees like the I don't know.
So it dropped me off there, and I thought it was so cool. I definitely want a self-driving car.
Okay, so then did you go again?
I went in Vegas.
Okay.
They don't have Waymo, but we called an Uber, and when we got in, it was a Tesla, and the Uber driver said, "Do you mind if I use the self-driving feature?" And I was like, "Not at all. Go ahead." Everywhere. He has put 144,000 miles on his Tesla in 2.5 years. 99,000 of it was the self-driving mode.
Wow.
It
I
is
wouldn't.
unbelievable.
Would you have said yes?
I would have said absolutely not.
It is so cool. And I'm like, I was acting like a child, like a little 6-year-old. And I was asking every question under the sun. If I told him, if I get annoying, please tell me to shut up. He pulled up the entire system, showed me all the sensors in real time, what they were seeing as it was driving. We went from the Strip to Summerlin, which is a
It's far.
25-minute drive. I loved it. I want one. It is so
Okay,
cool.
it doesn't work.
It worked. I witnessed the entire
Okay,
thing.
it's all.
Kimmy had one.
No, I had. It did not work. It did not work.
He pulled up the stats. 99,000 miles
Okay,
in self-drive mode.
maybe there's some other thing that he's got going on in Vegas that the Teslas actually work in Vegas.
Okay.
Okay. That because he spent extra money programming, training these cars, things like that. Because it's not my experience, and it's so bad that now when you buy a Tesla, it was
Right.
full self-driving mode. Is that he's gotten sued so many times, he being Elon Musk, is that before you accept delivery of that Tesla, is that somebody from Tesla has to show you how that full self-driving mode works or doesn't work. And they're going to ask you to sign off on it.
Oh,
I'm telling you, it was amazing. It got on the freeway. It merged through. It went through traffic on the freeway. It found the best possible route. It went the speed limit. Then you could set it to speed, and it would speed.
I bet you he's got some extra stuff going on around.
Well, he said
in Vegas.
he gets an update every single week from Tesla. And like the latest one is if you put in the GPS for it to go, let's say to Target, it will pull up to the front door of Target, and then you have to navigate it. Now with the update, it will start searching for a parking spot in the Target parking lot and park.
I wonder if this guy's like beta tester extraordinaire. He's getting like the
Yes,
best
I bet
software.
you they're
Okay.
doing some type of testing.
Because I was
in Vegas.
blown away. I was absolutely blown away.
Was he like pretty engaged when he was driving? Because I think some of the problems are people who think, oh, this will just drive me, and so I don't have to do anything. These are the idiots like watching a movie or
sleeping.
sleeping.
Wasn't paying attention to the road at all.
He wasn't?
No, he was turned around talking to me.
And you weren't freaked out?
Not one bit.
Absolutely not.
It was amazing.
I would do a Waymo. I would not do that.
Well, because you look at a Waymo, and a Waymo looks safer because it has all the sensors and the spinning lights. And this is just a regular Tesla with the software in it.
Yeah, and that somebody could put down a bad update.
They could,
And
absolutely.
then you're sitting there going, oh, I don't know. What's going on in March Madness?
I sound like I just downloaded a free VPN.
Well, it's because you don't subscribe to the newsletter.
I don't know. I would not do it.
I love it. I think it's so cool. I was blown away. The technology is amazing. You know how we get on airplanes and we're up in the air and we're complaining that the Wi-Fi's bad and we don't realize that this is a hunk of metal that we've figured out how to get from Tokyo to Phoenix? That's the way I was. I was like, this is the most amazing piece of technology I have ever seen
You can still
in my
see it.
life.
Your eyes
You're
are all
pretty
lit up.
excited about this.
Yeah.
I loved it. It was so cool.
Okay, then you're buying a new car.
Yeah.
Why don't you buy a self-driving car?
Because Tesla's really the only one that has a self-driving car feature I have self-driving in my Mitsubishi, but it's only on the highway.
Buy a Tesla.
No, I need a truck. I'm trying to buy a truck.
Cybertruck.
Buy a Cybertruck.
You could look like the coolest guy on the road.
Yeah, what do those run? Like 40, 50,000, right?
No,
Yeah, that's it.
150,000.
It's out of my price range.
Hey, it's Kim Commander today. We are so glad that you're here. Don't forget to, what, Andrew? Like, comment, share.
Share.
I like when you do it like the YouTubers.
Hey guys, welcome to the video. Remember, smash the like button. Don't forget to drop your comments. The best comment, we're going to be giving away a free subscription to my OnlyFans.
You tell me you don't have an OnlyFans.
Wait till you see him in the Waymo.
Yeah. What's my self-driving OnlyFans?
Yeah, it's just, that would just,
It's just you showing what it's like to be in a Tesla.
This is so cool.
This is cool.
OnlyFans is interesting to me.
Why is that?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, people are making a lot of money just like stripping and a lot of people think like, oh, she really likes me. And it's like,
But isn't it all pre-recorded now? It's like not even like live interacted.
I can't say that I've ever actually
I don't know.
been there.
I thought it
Andrew?
was live.
I've never been on an OnlyFans account. I don't even know the website. What is it like? www something. But I heard people on a podcast complaining that it's all pre-recorded now. That it used to be like live and
Bummer.
interactive, and now you're just downloading videos.
Well, they're having a heck of a time because they're trying to go public.
It's hard when you're a porn site.
So they're like, what if we made it like an educational section?
Yeah, sure.
That's what they're talking about. Like,
That
Nobody
no
wants
one
that.
will use.
Nobody wants that. But if it exists,
Could you imagine like some hot chick? Okay, today we're talking about economics. She takes off her blouse.
The Emancipation Proclamation.
And this is supply and this is demand. Just a reminder about commenting is that we do read the best comments at the end. And so if you are watching us live, make sure that you comment. And don't forget, it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We're live here, sitting here just for you. And that's Pacific time, by the way. And that's wherever you watch your videos, YouTube, Facebook, X, Twitch,
Everywhere.
Rumble, everywhere. And somebody said like, why are you on Rumble?
Yeah, why are you on Rumble?
Why not?
There's people on Rumble watching podcasts. That's why.
there you go. We're everywhere.
And we should give a shout out to our favorite Rumble watcher.
Who's our favorite Rumble watcher?
Oh, and because he had a big birthday yesterday. Well, it's not a big birthday, but he had a birthday yesterday.
Okay.
Handsome Hal.
Handsome Hal. How
Happy
old's
birthday,
Handsome
Hal.
Hal?
Jackie is my assistant friend, former assistant friend. It's her
Yes.
husband. It was his birthday
Aw.
yesterday.
Happy
So let's all
birthday,
say
Hal.
happy birthday to Hal.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yes, Hal.
And many more.
Dum, 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 dum. All right, so what do you got?
Social media. Florida governor just signed into law starting in January. Teenagers under 14 cannot sign up for social media at all. And they need permission from their parents if they're 14 or 15. An interesting thing here is that already the terms of service of most of the big ones, you have to be 13 plus.
I was
right?
going to say that. It's
Well-
it's the whole Child Online Protection Act that works so well.
And yet, they don't actually really do anything about it. And it's really easy to get around that stuff. So part of this bill, too, is that all these accounts of kids that are 13 and under, they have to get rid of them. They have to just wipe the accounts. So they've tried to do this in other states. Arkansas is one of them. No, it got struck down. Tried to do it in Utah. No. So
I was surprised it got struck down in Utah.
By appeal?
yeah, so it goes to a
Yes.
judge
Right.
basically who says, is this constitutional?
Correct.
And in all these places so far, they have decided not. And part of it is because a lot of it's been based around the content of what is on the social media. And so the big argument is, well, First Amendment, you don't get to pick what my kid sees. What they're doing in Florida is actually pretty smart because it's not about the content. It's about how it's built to say, you made this thing that is as addictive as possible. These notifications, these pushes, these conversations, the likes, all of it, right? That we have at this point so much research to show how bad this is.
So it's tying into the cigarette and alcohol
Exactly. There it is.
argument, not just the social media
Right.
platform
Yes,
argument.
right. So it kind of takes away that, like, well, I'll just regulate what my kids see. Well, it's not about what they see. It's about how they interact with these apps that are built to get them addicted, right? There's a lot of argument about this. There's a lot of, will this stay? Will this stick? Is this something that's actually going to happen? You know that the social media companies are, I'm surprised I haven't seen this morning yet that they have sued. They're going to.
Absolutely.
And it's
Oh, sure, because you know what? They make a lot of money.
That's a lot of users in the state of Florida.
and they make
sure.
a lot of money off kids. And think about, they're the ones who are on it all day long, right? Okay, we're at work. And yes, a lot of adults are on social media a lot. But with kids, the percentages and the amount of time that they spend looking at this
And
stuff.
it's so sad. It's so sad because, like you were talking about this morning, that that, like, for example, you go to a restaurant and you see the little kids. I'm not talking about like 8 or 9, or even like smaller than that.
Sure.
Sitting there at the table
Toddlers.
with the headphones on and just looking at a screen, not interacting, not being taught like BMW, bread, meal, water.
Right.
This is how we engage. We went there. There was a time when I wouldn't go out to dinner with a certain family member's kids because we would be like at Steak 44, and the kids would go crawl under the table and then up the other side. And this
Right.
is like, it's this white tablecloth. This is like a nice place, right? And I'm like, it's embarrassing to me. I mean, that they didn't teach their kids proper manner and etiquette because the kids were too busy with
Looking
the
at their
screen
phones.
in their face.
I was on a walk yesterday with my husband, and I saw a woman. She had a stroller with a baby in it, like a baby, under 1 for
Okay.
sure. The baby had an iPad set up in front of it, watching a show on a walk. And it was just like, why can't this baby just look at the sky? Why can't you talk to the baby? It made me sad. And I know it sounds like I'm judging this mom, and maybe the baby would have been screaming otherwise, but like,
Well, that's
Yikes.
not good. We went through a period where our kids were not good at restaurants, so we just stopped going to restaurants.
Sure.
Instead of
Sure.
putting the digital babysitter in front of them.
Yeah.
By the way, side note, my children will be here on Friday for the podcast, and they'll be sitting with their iPads in the other room because it's Good Friday and they have no school.
your kids are little. They're not on social media, are they?
No, they're not on social media.
Okay,
But you were talking about signing up for the account, so easy to get around. My son called me yesterday. He's like, Sissy wants to play Fortnite. We have to get her own account because she's not using mine.
I don't share.
But if we can't make her underage because it won't activate it. And I was like, okay, what do you need? He's like, I'm putting on there she's 44.
Okay, that's fine.
But that's how easy it is to get.
It really is.
A
and that's-
10-year-old signed up a 6-year-old on Xbox by just saying she was 44.
Well, and that's the thing too. How are they going to actually enforce this? Because if you do something where you just have to put in your birthday, no, that's not going to work because this is the problem. They did this on Steam. And so, yeah, everybody puts, I was born in
44 years
1944.
old.
Yes, exactly.
Also, too, you can't use the credit card thing because you're allowing 15, 16, and 17-year-olds on the apps.
Right.
They're not going to have access to the credit card.
And there was a version of the bill that had show a legal document, right? Show it couldn't be a driver's license for a little kid, but you
Birth
have
certificate.
Yeah, you have to show something, but that got struck down because of the privacy concerns of now every company has your
Your birth certificate or
Yeah.
whatever it may be out there. It's going to be really difficult
absolutely.
to pass this. And of course people say like, well, it's the parents' job. Well, it is the parents' job, but the parents don't watch, okay, until something bad happens. And
Until
when
it's too far.
Yeah, and then when something bad happens, that's when they call me. It is. I mean,
and
we can
you're-
talk about parental controls. Now, there is a segment of parents, though, I will tell you, and this is, I'm in very general terms, okay, homeschool parents.
Absolutely.
Okay, they are all over this. I mean, they're the ones that's like, I'm homeschooling. I got to make sure my kids are safe, do all this other stuff. Otherwise I get the calls like, well, I don't know. It looks like Johnny's hanging out in the porn sites and, he's addicted or whatever it may be.
Well, right. And the problems get to there, or it could be things that are, look at how easy it is to deep fake stuff now. And this is happening to little girls and teenage
That's
girls
scary.
and boys. And it's, it's horrible. So it's not just, we don't want our kids looking at their phones all day. It's what are they really consuming? And can you as a parent actually stop that? And and I don't know.
But it goes even deeper than that because all of us, when we were, think about this, 8, 9 years old, okay, you had that jerk face kid in class. Okay,
Trevor.
what was yours?
Ernie. I just remembered Ernie.
Okay,
Ernie
Wow.
sounds like a jerk.
I had
Memory
Mark.
unlocked.
Mark.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
All boys.
and then, but when you got off the bus or you went home, you didn't really have to worry about it.
Right.
You didn't really think about it. Okay. You went to school the next day and you're like, oh, there's jerk face again.
Yeah.
Okay. But now there's no stopping because Mark's there, Ernie's there, Trevor's there. I
You
mean,
can't escape him. Yeah.
no, he's right there. And I think that's detrimental. Also, your brain is just developing when you're at this life cycle.
It's developing until you're 25.
Yes.
Think of that, though, how vulnerable that you are when you're 12, 13 years old.
Yeah, and all this is going on. I just think I think it's, you know what? I think it's a great thing if you can just not put the kids on social media until what age?
We decided 15.
Yeah, I mean, science wise, I've read a lot of studies about this just because I think it's fascinating. And after puberty is generally okay, your brain is developed enough that you're not going to completely, screw over all of your systems.
But you're also not going to be addicted to it as much if you started at 10, 11, 12 years old.
Totally, right? Yeah, because if once you're in that cycle of, ooh, likes, ooh, scroll.
Game
Scroll.
over.
Yeah,
It's
you're
game
done.
over.
Yep.
Now we need the comments.
Comments. Just a second.
Just a second.
Calm down.
So
God, just a
demanding.
second.
Holy buckets.
Just
Cheese
kidding, Wayne.
and
You were really
rice.
sweet about it.
My daughter says, "Oh, shooty turds."
Shooty turds.
Good for her.
That's not what I say.
Then she was singing a song yesterday, and she's like, "Beep, mother, beep, mother, beep, mother, beep." And I'm like, "What was that?" And she's like, "Oh, the beeps are replacing bad words. It's okay." I'm like, "It's not okay."
She's too smart for her own
And
good.
she's like, "And they're bad ones."
There are really, really bad ones.
Beep, mother, beep.
God. You know what? She's too smart.
Yeah.
You're gonna have.
She's great.
You're gonna have a lot of trouble with her.
Oh, I definitely. And in fact, mix that in with the fact she's female.
Oh, yeah. No.
So hard.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be really difficult.
You're done. She's warning you now. She's going to be really, really mean to you when she's like, what, 14, 15?
Yeah.
You think it's going to be me? Because I think it's going to be her mom.
I think it's going to be everybody.
Yeah.
You're not going to escape it,
I told
but it will be more her mom.
I told her mom, I said, be prepared from 13 to
Yeah.
23, 24. She's going to absolutely hate you. And then she's going to come around and you guys are going to be best friends.
Yeah, my mom, truly one of the nicest people in the whole world. I was so nasty to her when I was a teenager.
I was nasty to my mother too.
Really?
I think I wrote my mom a letter later.
I did
Tell
that.
her,
Yes.
yeah, like,
Apologize?
Oh yeah, I
I
apologize.
don't know what happened. Yeah.
I was just silent. I never got involved in any of it. My sister would pick a fight and start my parents off, screaming and yelling. And I was just like,
Sitting there, I don't know what's going on.
whatever you want me to do.
I'm right here for you.
Don't care.
Maybe we have no comments.
Oh,
Jeremy's
Jeremy.
running. Jeremy's doing a 5K.
Why don't we use the printer down here?
oh yeah. We had that revelation last week that there was a printer down
There's a
here.
printer.
Maybe there's
right-
no ink.
Right next to the coffee maker.
First of all, did I tell you that I have a workman's comp claim from
Oh,
the
for
hot
God's sake.
water? In that, because I was going upstairs to get water every day, and then Amanda over here was like, "Hey, you can just get water right there." So I put my cup in there and I fill it up in the small little spigot.
To be clear, I did not mean the sink.
Boiling hot water comes out of there.
It's called it is.
It's for tea.
It's for tea.
Where's this? Barry has 3,600 signs in this building. There's not one that says hot water.
You know, that's an excellent point. We don't have a sign there. We should have a sign there. Don't tell them. We're going to have like arrows and this and this and this.
I called OSHA because I went right from the spout to my lips and then I screamed. More because I wasn't
Didn't you
expecting
feel
it.
like it was hot? Like the cup was hot?
Got the handle. The handle's there so you don't feel the heat.
This man's not perceptive. That's insane.
Boiling hot water.
You know, there's
Was
only
it
so
not
much we
steaming?
can do.
It's illogical.
I mean-
that there would be boiling hot water coming out of there.
Would it? Kim loves tea.
That's
Why
fine.
wouldn't Kim have tea down here by her
Yes,
It
studio?
doesn't look like a hot water spigot. It looks like cold, refreshing spigot.
You have to stop
You're the
saying-
reason why we have signs on everything.
Why is
You
there,
keep calling OSHA.
why is there directions on shampoo?
I mean, and warnings.
Don't eat this.
I like the warning on the blow dryer.
Yeah.
Don't put it in the bath.
Okay.
Oh, double-sided. Fancy.
Fancy.
Saving the planet.
Love that.
Okay. It's Kim Commando today. It's your Monday, Wednesday pot. Let me do that again.
No, we've ruined it. It's a podcast.
Let me do that again. Okay, you ready? Look at that fake smile on you. Did Did you see that? He's sitting there the whole time. Did you see that, Al? Like, that's why I want to just do that pregnant pause. He was like,
I was waiting for the camera. I was waiting for the 3 shot.
it's like,
Okay, fine.
that's it. That's really good. Okay.
I love this podcast.
It's great. It's your Monday, Wednesday, Friday live podcast about all things digital. And we are so glad that you're here. And we love your comments. We love your likes. We love your shares. And then if you are getting the audio version only of the podcast, is that on Tuesdays and Thursdays, you are in for a special treat because that's when you get special hours of the Kim Commando show. Like, for example, on Tuesday, you get hour 1 of the previous Kim Commando show. And on Thursday, you actually get a special hour. A lot of people don't realize this, is that I do a special hour for about 10 different stations throughout the country. WLS in Chicago is the big one. And so on Friday night, I do a special hour just for them.
Why doesn't everybody carry 4 hours of the Kim? It wouldn't be special if everybody just carried it.
I don't know. I mean, we try, we ask, we beg, we plead, we tell them it's important.
Ridiculous.
It's awesome. All right, so here's some comments. Let's see. Scrumpy72.
Scrumpy. Is that short for scrumptious?
I love that name.
Scrumpy. I like Scrumpy.
My next pet will definitely be named Scrumpy.
Hi, Kim and the A-Team.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Scrump.
Hi, Scrump. Dorothy Brown, she's my cousin. Hi, Dorothy. How are you? The digital farmer, I can see it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. You know what? She knows me. She's family. She knows that I could be a
I
farmer.
think you're missing the sarcasm in that comment.
No.
I think there may be a hint there.
I know you're Scott. You're not 7H3, dude.
No, it's 7H3 for sure.
Andrew, you forgot to brush your hair out of your eyes like the other influencers when you do that.
Oh, that's true. You gotta go like this every time. We went and saw a magician in Las Vegas, and he had one chunk of hair that came down to his chin.
Oh, that's disgusting.
And every 3 seconds, he's lifting it back up, and then it flops back down.
Wait, is it just like one piece of hair?
It's like, he's got like normal head of hair, but then one portion is really super long, and it comes over his
So why do
face.
we do that?
So you can go like this
Do you think
every
it's a
3
mohawk?
seconds. I don't think so.
Huh. Gross.
Liz Dotson says you guys are so fun to watch. Thanks
Thank
for your
you,
great
Liz.
laughs. And she's also my cousin too. So she's really
Hey.
saying, that I'm funny and you're not.
How many cousins do you have watching
She's
this
not my
show?
cousin. I was just kidding. And let's see. This one's for Allie. Hassan. Azizieh.
Okay.
Aziziti?
We're not
Hassan
gonna try to say-
Azizi. Allie, looking awesome.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, son. Andrew, Adam, you complete the A-Team.
Oh.
Yes.
You
yes,
complete
the
us.
A-Team. The
Thank
A-Team.
you.
All right, so let's close up real quick.
Yeah.
AI beer.
Yeah, they finally figured out a way to use AI properly. This is what they did. It took 3 years. They took all of the chemical compounds and makeups of beer, put it into an AI machine. Then they took 180,000 different online reviews, put it in an AI machine. Then they had a group panel of 50 people, try 25 different beers. And then they asked the AI, how can we make, just pick any brand, a Heineken, how can we make a Heineken sweeter? The AI popped out a formula, the brewmasters got to work. Then they had all the same people come back, retaste all the beers. Every single person said AI improved the taste of beer.
That's awesome.
Wow.
And they've been working on this for 3 years.
See, now there's a good use of AI.
Yes, get us drunk, artificial intelligence. Get us drunk with better tasting beer.
And also beer nuts. Maybe they come up with better beer nuts.
Do you think there could be a better beer nut?
Beer nuts. What's the difference between beer nuts
Oh, boy.
and deer nuts?
What's the difference, Kim?
Don't know.
You snorted.
It's because you said deer nuts.
The path to get to that.
That's why she approved this story.
Yeah. What is the difference between beer nuts and deer nuts?
I
One's
can't believe you
expensive,
snorted.
One's
No.
expensive.
Let me finish.
Oh, okay.
No. Okay.
I know the punchline.
Beer nuts are under $1, and deer nuts are under $1. See? I knew you'd laugh at that
I
one.
knew it.
You did not. You lied. You snorted.
The hand waving back